What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to JoJo Speaks. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, you guys. First thing I want to tell you guys to do for us is a couple things. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is absolutely free to do. So I encourage all of you who are viewing this to press it. Also, be sure to give us some thumbs up on this video. We want to see a couple this time, you guys. Also, leave us a comment. Let us know how you think we're doing. Give us your opinions on the topics that we're talking about this evening. And also give us some suggestions or what you might like to hear us discuss in the future with social commentary. Also, make sure you press the notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. Last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks all around the world. Share it with your friends, family, loved ones on all your social media contacts. Let's get JoJo Speaks out here in these streets, honey. We're back with my co-hosts, Jennifer and Tyrone. What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
Yes, they are here. Mike is thankfully, for him, he's thankfully on a vacation right now, a much needed vacation. So we definitely miss you, Mike, but we cannot wait. We cannot wait to have you back here next week. Next week is when we will be discussing the Little Mermaid trailer for next year. We're specifically saving that for Mike because Mike was very moved by it, and so were we. And so we. Yeah. Right. And so we're going to save that for next week. So oh, okay. What we got?
Justin Talks says, looking forward to a great show.
Thank you so much for joining us, Justin Talks. Thank you so much. For our first story, we have some sad news. R&B singer Jessie Powell has passed away. Jennifer and Tyrone just finished a rousing rendition of one of his songs. I personally did not know exactly who they were talking about, but they brought it back to my memory. RIP to Jessie Powell.
A great voice and writer.
Yes.
And, there's been many a wedding singer having to sing the song You, which is one of those vocal acrobatics that you need to be on point. You need to drink all your tea. You need to drink all the concoctions. You need to drink all the water.
Full
warm up before you even step and get that microphone to sing that song. And don't be singing it a cappella.
Nope.
Child.
And you need to remember to breathe.
Yeah, breathing is very important when singing. Thank you, Tyrone.
No, for that song, you need to breathe.
Well, not just breathe, but you need controlling your breath too. Why are we talking about this so in depth? Okay. God bless him, and may he rest in peace.
Absolutely. We have another passing to talk about here. PNB Rock, who's apparently a rapper. I had no idea who he is. But Jennifer, you have some background story on what happened with this. What's the story here?
So, from what I've seen, on the internets with an S, as Prince, God bless him, would say. So people are alleging or believing that, well, he got shot at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Right.
Basically, they were trying to rob him. And he's not from there. He's actually from Philly. He's not from LA. He's from the Philly area.
Okay.
And people are saying that they believe it was his girlfriend that basically dropped the location of where they were.
Wow.
When their food was delivered to them, she did a post on her Instagram showing where they were, dropped the location, and showed what they were eating. So some people are believing that it's because of that post that, they came to get him. I'm not sure. Nobody's really sure, in my opinion, if that's truly it. Some people say, no, that's not the case. Some people say it's evident because right after that happened, they came. So it was a theft. And then I listened to this podcast called Don't Call Me White Girl. With Damona on it. I love her dearly. But she says that she's seen some interviews. She loves hip hop. So I get all my hip hop information from her. And she's grown. And she was like, I seen him do an interview and he was talking about how you basically got to keep your head on the swivel. You got to be aware of what aware of what these people are doing out here trying to get you. And he also talked about how people operate and move in different areas. So in Philly, you know, they don't do that whole, you know, gang things out there. But like out in LA, it's a whole nother beast. You know, they will come up to you immediately
Right.
and do what they want to do. And he was doing his best to stay on, you know, stay up. And he said previously he's had to tell his girl, he said it out his own mouth.
Wow.
He's had to tell his lady, you know, we have to be more careful because we out here and people out here trying to get me, or, you know, trying to, you know, as a rapper, you know, they have the facade or the true life
Yeah.
of, you know, having all this stuff. So we all need to be careful. Real quick, hi y'all. This is Clovis and Regina. I left my phone using Clovis's phone, so they're on the Walford Properties YouTube channel. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Either way, you're here, and that is all that matters. So
Yeah.
next on the docket, we have that Miss Wendy Williams. She has
Wait,
Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Did you have something to say about it, Jonathan? Because we have 6 minutes into the show. I thought you were gonna say something. Oh, you were just saying yeah. My bad. Go
Wait,
ahead.
you said, did you have something to say about it, Jonathan?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
Oh,
definitely
Jesus.
did. So that's why he didn't answer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Because she was looking at you, but and I wasn't
And
going
you over here
to.
looking straight like,
I'm
is he
like,
thinking? Because he like to think a lot.
no, I'm sitting there like, she said Jonathan. I was like,
Tyrone McCullum, did you have anything to say
oh,
about
it's me.
Mr. PNB?
I find it to be a most unfortunate situation. This is becoming a bit of a
Usual thing
usual thing
with
with
the
rappers. Yeah.
Right.
especially the rappers. It seem like they really out here trying to do it and bring people into the game, and you know they may not
But
be angels, but you know
yeah,
they ain't out here bothering nobody either.
but not
Right.
everybody is on your side and looking out for your best interest, and
That's the lesson
not
learned.
everybody has the same level of alertness to what's going on around you
Mm-hmm.
to understand that when you say I got to keep my head on a swivel, that's not just looking both ways before you cross the street.
Yeah.
Right.
That is like, yo, I wake up in the morning ducking from possible buckshots coming at me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I hear the conspiracy theories behind this, but I also understand how that gang life community kind of works.
Mhm.
And somebody has to have a blessing to do that type of thing, to move like that. It's a double-edged sword, man. You talk all this smoke in your songs for the
Yeah.
fame and fortune, and then when that smoke comes, you screaming like a little girl. I mean, these people live that life.
Not saying that was, you know, PNB.
Not saying
Right.
that that's him, but you know, the industry. This is what y'all putting out there. Y'all putting this energy out there,
Right.
and
And
that's
it
what comes back.
and it goes to show when you have rappers like Gunna and Young Thug being arrested for
Ooh.
gang activity. You know, these some of these are doing some of these rappers are doing this for real, and some of them are not. And so, you know, when you're not, you know, you gotta pull up that front, honey. That front
I,
ain't too
I saw
strong.
I saw this TikTok where they were saying, "Hey, they telling all the rappers like, look, stop going to California. If you live on the East Coast,
That
quit going
is.
to the West
You
Coast
got that right
Right.
because they
because
ready to
every
catch you
last one of
slipping
y'all is dying when y'all go to the West
because
Coast.
they don't know how they operate like that. It's a whole nother.
West Coast.
And I'm over here acting like I know. I'm sorry.
I
Right.
recently visited the West Coast and I was peeped the game before I even got out there.
Right.
And it was like, oh, that's how y'all move? Got it.
Time for me to move out. Okay.
Is there anything that you felt like you needed to do differently while you were out there?
You have to be about your work. Like they hold your feet to the fire a lot harder out there than over here on the East Coast. I feel like if you say, "Hey, yo, man, I got this bread for you. Come by." They coming by at that exact time. Like,
Right. Okay.
you know,
Okay.
where my bread? Or you hooking me up with something. All right. We're not talking about, yeah, I'm gonna hook you up and 6 months later I fulfill that. No. They looking for it right away.
On time.
And
On time.
they're like, yo, you said da 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 da.
Right.
Well, you know, I would hope that we all be about our money and about our bread. But anywho, oh wow. Hold on. Let me get these here comments real quick. And okay, Walford Properties is the yeah, we know is the hubby's brokerage company. He just subscribed to JoJo Speaks. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And Justin Talks Film says people that are not from Los Angeles get fooled by the palm trees and aren't aware when they are in the hood.
That's true.
Right.
I feel he didn't have any business down there in Inglewood. And I agree. I think the only business he had down there was to eat some chicken and some waffles. That's all you do. That's all. And but you know, it sucks. But you know, God bless him. And you know, let's
look.
Yeah. So next in the news, we have Wendy Williams. She has entered a wellness facility to help manage her overall health. Do we think that this is just mental health? Do we think this is substance abuse issues? Do we think this is what do we think this all entails? I think this entails a little bit of everything.
I agree. I definitely agree because what I've seen
right
from her appearances, and I'm just going based off of what her appearances are, it seems like there's a bit of a cocktail there of everything, like you said.
Agree.
Those things you can't get done overnight. You can't work through those things overnight.
Oh, I'm about to say can't get taken care of overnight. Yeah.
Right.
Work through that overnight. That stuff that you got into in stages, you got to get out of it in stages as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, because in that interview that she had with TMZ, and she was like showing her foot in the interview, I'm like, this is not this is not a well woman. That she's as a TV personality to yelp up their foot and put it into the camera, like, girl, like what? No one in their right mind does that. So it's like, I don't know what's going on. What do you think, Jennifer?
Usually my first question with this is like, I don't really care too much. You know, I just want her to get well, as you would want anybody to get well. But I do believe it does have something to do with, you know, possibly substance abuse and the mental effects of the really tough things that happened in her life. Because as you saw the decline once we found out things that were not going all that great in her life. Is one thing for her to know. It's another thing for all of us to know, and for her to have to deal with that. So I believe that kind of made things go spiral, kind of put her back on the wagon when she was off the wagon for so long.
Right.
And of course, doing that can put you in a space where you're not really taking care of yourself, because you saw the ramping up of all of her ailments. I believe, oh gosh, I believe, Jennifer believes, this is not the truth. I believe, it's just what I believe. I believe that all of her efforts to take care of herself, because, you know, we already knew there were things wrong with her body before things got out of hand, right?
Right, exactly.
But after she started letting go, things
Yeah.
started manifesting a lot more with her health.
Mm.
And I believe that is a part of the possible depression and the things that she put her body through as a result of the pain that she was going through. So yeah, she needs to take care of herself all the way around. God
Agreed.
bless her.
Agreed. And I pray that she does, because I just want to see her be the best that she can possibly be.
And she don't need to be on TV to be the best. She just needs to
No,
be
Right.
she
good.
does. You got to take care of yourself first. That's
Gratitude
that's
columns, you
that's
know.
what's most important.
I'm hoping that she has the support system that she needs, not the yes people, the yes men and women around her,
Or the people trying to take
actual
money from
people
her, like her son.
that will care for her and show her best interests at heart.
Right. And to me, I feel like Wendy would have yes people but around her with the way her activities are. I'm thinking she's able to do whatever it is that she needs to do. And she doesn't have like a wrangler or someone who can, reel her in. But hopefully she can find that because she needs help.
She needs a friend. She needs
She
a
needs
friend, and she needs
right,
medical assistance. That's what
right.
she needs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it has been said that Kanye West has terminated his deal with the Gap. He goes on in an interview saying, "I do not argue with people that are broker than me about money." He doesn't argue with people who are broker than him about money. This doesn't surprise me. I'm feeling like Kanye West went into the boardroom wanting to have 100% control over whatever it is he was supposed to be doing there. And I'm assuming that they weren't willing to give him 100% control, and therefore things didn't work out. That's my assumption of it. What do you guys think happened with this thing?
This is another classic episode in the adventure of Kanye West,
Yep.
aka Yeezy. I here's the thing. He's a parent gifted young man. And when you're gifted and you have this tunnel vision for whatever you're pursuing, those that are around you that aren't willing to instantly jump on the bandwagon or easily go with the flow, you tend to bump heads a lot with them. And I believe that's what happened in this case. He had a set vision, was looking to pursue something in his way and not even wanting to see it their way because he's blinded by his own success in other areas.
Right.
Ciao. So, Clovis and Regina said, "Ugh, Kanye, bye, y'all. I'm gonna put the phone on mute and wait for the next topic." And I
love it.
agree with everything in Mashando, okay? Because it's like, I don't know. I know y'all might not pay too much attention to what he be talking about, the things he be saying and stuff like that.
I
But
don't.
like literally, like last week or a couple of days ago, he was talking about because the queen died. He was
Okay.
talking about making sure to absolve all the beefs he had and all that stuff. But within a couple of days,
Mm.
back on that BS. Like,
Wow.
and I don't know if you know or remember, but Kanye's been with the Gap for a very long time.
Yeah, it's been over at least 5 years.
One of the few that have been open to him doing, lines or whatever. And if a company like the Gap, which is very popular, has been here for a very long time, if
Hmm.
they say they don't want, if they're not looking at, having T-Rash in their
Amongst their collection
amongst their
of
collection
products.
of
Uh-huh.
products, and
Uh-huh.
and also how people are like, I'm not going to get my clothes out of a trash bag in the middle of the Gap.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like if you came on to be on my show, okay?
Right.
Because you, by yourself don't have a platform.
Right.
So I'm here for the Gap. All the way. I don't believe it has anything to do with African Americanness, with which he likes. Whenever he wants to be Black, he likes to run to the Black issue.
Yeah.
But when
Right.
he doesn't want to be Black, he becomes a Trump supporter. Um, he needs to just go ahead and open up his own stores around the world.
Right. I don't know why
Go
he doesn't do
ahead.
it, because he definitely has the money to do it.
Yeah, go ahead
Well,
and go ahead and put everything on the internets so everybody can buy. Whoever wants to look like they have walked 5,000 miles without
Right.
doing it, hey, we have clothing just for you. He could do that, but it's not going to happen in the Gap.
Right. Obviously.
And then I don't know
Obviously.
if you know this as well. He was saying that the Adidas, the people that make his shoes, he's saying that they're not, doing right by him as well, and calling all Black superstars to stand up for him. It's like he don't fool Swiss Beats and Diddy and
Timberland.
everything. Yeah, and all them. He don't fool them. But let's keep it
wow.
real.
Wow.
Yeah.
When we needed you to try to split the Trump vote,
Right.
okay. Okay. When we
Yeah.
needed you to not to be a part of that particular system,
Yeah.
you ignored us. So it's real. His actions make it real difficult for me to care.
Right. Because I definitely don't. I don't care in the least.
It like incredibly difficult. But Clovis and Regina say, I'm glad the Gap closed that gap. Oh Lord Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad the Gap closed that gap. Boy, bye. And,
Right.
and it's like, yeah, that's exactly where we are. Like he's lost a lot of people. He's off in some other dimension of money and where he wants to be or whatever. He's just trying to be that. God bless him, but I can't see. I'm not gonna say that. God bless him.
Right.
Who would be willing to fall on that sword
What do you mean?
out of all the other clothing manufacturers? Who do y'all think?
I don't think anybody would, especially seeing what happened with the Gap.
Serious.
No,
Because if you got rid of the Gap or the Gap got rid of you, who else could you go to?
I don't know.
It was the Gap in the first place that gave him grace.
Right.
Because nobody wanted him.
Nobody.
Right.
And he's trying to push himself off as a high brand luxury designer when he gives you hobo chic.
Right.
So it's like he knows how to dress a woman. I can give him that because he upped every woman that he's been with. He's upped their game. Maybe he should be more of a stylist versus an actual designer.
Right.
But no. He just needs to do it himself. If he wants to do his own thing, do like every other designer does and do themselves. And if you get somebody that is willing to let you design a line for them, cool. But you have to be aware that it has to be on their terms because it's their store, not yours. That's why you don't get 100% of those profits because it's their store.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So yeah, that's enough about Kanye West, y'all. I'm about
to get upset.
Kanye out.
So there was a trailer that came out. I believe it must have come out yesterday or today. But the trailer for "I Want to Dance with Somebody," the Whitney Houston biopic, came out. I have to say that just really quickly, I am excited about it. It looks like the actress that they chose to play Whitney, I'm not sure what her name is. I should have looked it up before we went on live, but she does sound like she's talking just like Whitney Houston. Like it sounds like Whitney Houston talking. It sounds like they're using Whitney's actual voice on her song. So thankfully they're doing that, and we don't have to deal with some other person trying to live up to Whitney's greatness. But yes, it looks like they're going to be covering a majority of her career because I saw her in the "It's Not Right, But It's Okay" wardrobe I saw her at the time that she sung for her mother, Sissy, and Clive Davis saw her. So it looks like they're covering a wide range of her life here. It looks like we're going to get a full show. Like, what are you guys' expectations?
Her name is Naomi Ackie, Ackie.
Okay.
I'm very sure that I'm not saying that right. So God bless her and her name.
nice.
The Juice Radio and Talk Show says, I'm back at my phone. Kanye is a spoiled brat.
Yep.
Yes. And to be honest, I hate to go back to his mother, but his mother understood him. And sometimes you need that kind of an anchor to be around. And he's as you can see, this is what happens when your anchor leaves.
Well, I mean,
you start floating around aimlessly.
She, according to that Netflix doc,
Mhm.
she was his biggest fan.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you need that. Anywho, Justin Talks Film says he's good at putting down those that are close to him and gave him grace. Justin.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. He did it to Jay.
And did it to Jay.
He sure did.
How'd you do that?
Well, I know I do blame him. But then again, it's like it was the person that he got with. Look, if my name was Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Okay. And I find out that our bestie that I was playing Connect 4 with in videos, chilling, enjoying life,
my partner in spades and everything.
Okay.
Child.
You getting married to somebody that I don't respect on a morality level.
Right.
And then knowing that if y'all are getting married, that's cool or whatever. But if you think I'm gonna come, knowing that they're gonna have this all over the televisions,
right?
You ain't about to make your viewings go into the stratosphere because you think I'm going to be there because you invited me.
Right. Absolutely not.
You want to know where I'm gonna be?
Home. Taking care of my babies.
Home. That's what I'm gonna do. We'll be at home taking my babies. Okay.
That's what Wendy said. That's what Wendy said, and it's not right, but it's okay. I can pay my own light bill, pay my rent, take care of my baby. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you can lose a friend by how you move, but I respect them. I respect them. But anywho, we're talking about Whitney.
Yes.
So I'm a part of the side of town that's saying, leave her alone. Yeah, we don't need why do we need all the movies? We don't need every movie. Not everybody has to put everything and everybody. And it's like, why there has to be so many movies? How many movies has there been since he went to glory?
I believe at least 2.
Yeah, and I know at least one has already was in like the actual theaters and everything. And now there's another one coming out.
Well, the first one was sort of kind of like a documentary.
Yes,
because me and Mommy saw that together.
In my opinion, that's how I feel it should have been left because it's her.
Gotcha. I got it. I got it. Yeah.
But like people fall in love with these people and they want to see more. And as more information about their life is revealed after their death, people want to tell those stories. And this is why you come up with these movies.
And then there's the one with that was directed by Angela Bassett, but it's talking about the relationship between Whitney and Bobby, where
Yaya. That's the one Yaya played Whitney in.
Yeah. I was like,
that was the Lifetime movie that Wendy Williams produced, by the way.
How'd she get Angela Bassett to?
Well, Angela was a good friend of Whitney's, and so I think Angela stepped up to direct that. In order to try to make sure that it was done right. But me personally, I feel like that Whitney biopic on Lifetime maybe should have never happened. I don't think we should have necessarily seen that. And I love Yaya. She's an amazing actress. I loved her on America's Next Top Model. And it was decent, yes. But for a superstar like Whitney Houston, she deserves I think she deserves a biopic. for them not to do a biopic, to me, would kind of be a little bit weird, because this is what happens when a lot of famous singers and actors do die. I was going to say they haven't done one on Michael, but you know, they probably
they gave him all of that.
They gave us 4 hours, 4
live.
hours worth of Michael's
Excuse me,
life. So
be correct. That's 5. That was
5 hours, 5 hours
5
of
days,
Michael's
5
life. But
hours. I love
but
that.
yeah, I feel like this one's going to be a good one. It looks like her story is in good hands. And so I'm just hoping the best out of this. I think it's gonna be good.
I'm just only concerned exactly where they're getting the story from.
Right.
That's one,
Right.
because I don't have a whole lot of trust other people that Whitney has left here on Earth.
I believe I heard that Pat
True story.
Houston was behind this.
And that's the one I don't trust. You know, I feel like she's money hungry, and she's not
Yeah.
looking out for the best interests of Whitney. I think she's looking out for the best interests of her pockets. And I felt that way even while Whitney was here on Earth. But one thing I can say about this though, I am happy that they have a newcomer and people that we don't know playing these roles.
Gotcha.
Because when you look at fresh faces, it's a little bit easier to say, okay, this is Whitney, you know, not this is Yaya, you know.
Right, exactly.
So I can get with it. And would I watch it? Is it going to be in the movies?
I believe so. I'm assuming it will be.
Yeah, I ain't
gonna watch it.
Just know myself.
Like what you were just saying about the money part of it. That was my next concern. It's like, how many times are we gonna flip this into a new IP where y'all are out here consistently trying to make money off of a person's name and likeness?
And it's like, what's next? Because she also have done the whole hologram Whitney.
Yeah.
Right.
That was touring.
Yeah.
That's yet another thing.
That's another thing. They did that with Mike. They did it with Tupac.
No, Tupac didn't tour.
No, the hologram. They took that out.
I know they did it for a Coachella. They had Tupac out there, but I don't remember him being on tour like Whitney's on tour. I saw videos of Whitney on.
See,
you did? I didn't even know that tour actually happened.
Yes, it did.
The problem with the Tupac one was
because he's black.
No. The family was like, no.
Of course.
No.
Right.
It's a no.
But
Stop.
We don't have family that is okay. That's okay with losing out on money.
Right. Right.
All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. In other news, the Emmys happened this past weekend. There were a lot of great winners. I personally want to shout out the legendary original Dina from Dreamgirls, Cheryl Lee Ralph. She won her first Emmy for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. She is on Abbott Elementary. If you guys are not watching Abbott Elementary, it's on HBO Max as well as Hulu. Make sure you catch up with that show because it is hilarious. The woman who plays the principal, she was nominated in that same category. I actually thought that she might have won because she's hilarious in that show. She's ridiculous. She's the principal that you've never seen before, but you understand where she comes from. Also, Quinta Brunson, the creator and writer for the show, she received an Emmy for writing on Abbott Elementary. Lizzo won an Emmy for I believe a limited series or a competition show that she had.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Out for the Big Girls, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
But I'm most happy for Cheryl Lee Ralph. Did you guys see the footage of her winning her Emmy? Because what happened was,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
They called her name. She was in shock. She was in absolute shock for at least 10 to 15 seconds. She did not move whatsoever. Then Jesse Williams, the young man who played Chris Rock and Everybody Hates Chris, he's on the show as well. He stood up and Quinta stood up and they kind of carried her over. Not carried her, but they walked her to the stage. They guided her to the stage. Once she got to the microphone, she sang a song from like 1994 or 1992, something of that nature.
Species.
Yes. and she had a rousing acceptance speech. But I was so happy for her. I saw the footage of her kids in the audience yelling and screaming for their mommy. It was so
Amen.
sweet. It
Oh,
was
and
so
I
sweet.
saw. I'm pretty sure you might have seen yourself, but Oprah sent like this huge bouquet or arrangement of flowers to Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Wow, I didn't see that. I have to look for
To
that.
the house, and that showed up on my TikTok, her son's TikTok. It just said, Oprah sent my mommy some flowers. It was huge,
Like
huge.
very much overdue for her to get her
Oprah
flowers.
money.
Yes. Right.
But yes, I about wanted to cry just seeing her so stunned and her people having to be like, come on.
Right.
I take your moment.
And
And I want to know, because in the little stuff down here, it said Cheryl Lee Ralph would like to thank a bunch of people. Like it showed all the people that she wanted to thank. I'm like, hold on. So I guess they turned in they thanks letters and stuff like that.
They must.
yeah, they do.
But that is that's a
thing.
really nice thing. But she's saying, and the words is like, I am endangered species. I'm a Black woman. And it was so strong and it was so awesome. And of course, she's been the singer. She's been Dina, honey.
Right.
So, there was not a note that was missed. But it was so powerful looking at that as a Black woman. Her being, she hasn't been recognized as I believe she should. It's like she's just one of those Black famous people that has been doing it for so long. She should have more accolades. She should have been celebrated more. But she got it though. She got it. And I'm so happy for her.
And my mother actually said that she had never even been invited to the ceremony in the past. That could be due to the fact that she really hasn't been on TV like that. Besides Moesha, I'm sure she's done a few guest spots here and there. But yeah, she hadn't even been invited. So for her first nomination, she got her first win. That is amazing. That is awesome.
And she deserves every bit of it.
Absolutely amazing.
Let me just quickly say before you talk, I'm sorry, Tyrone. Praying hands for Whitney Houston. We don't have to pray for Whitney Houston. She's in the heavens. She don't need our prayers. What else? Congrats, Cheryl. That's what Regina said. And Justin says Cheryl and Lizzo gave great speeches. Absolutely.
Yes, they did.
Also on TikTok, one thing about being on TikTok, you're very aware of how they treat the TikTokers and how, kind of they treat Black people and all that stuff on that platform. But when Lizzo came into the TikTok area to do the quick talk about her win,
right,
they said that there was not supposed to be any cussing. Lizzo walked in there and said every cuss word that ever was.
Of course.
Every cuss word. And she said, I got my Emmy. And she said some more cuss words after that and left. I said, you know what, Lizzo?
I'm with you, girl.
The love that I have for her.
You gotta love her because she's 100% herself.
At all times.
That's something about me. People that have no problem being themselves at all times, I admire that. I love that about them. And it's like, even her music, it is really nice and peppy and stuff. It's really some feel-good music. But I like her more than her music.
Yeah.
Because she's comfortable in her skin.
Even though so many people want to make her uncomfortable. Oh, I get it, Regina. Thanks. She said, I pray for angels too. Oh.
Precious.
So sweet. Especially now she got her daughter up there with her.
Yeah.
I know she'd be all right.
Right.
I'm sorry. Cheryl Lee Ralph has the most beautiful smile. Yes, she does.
She does.
Her smile looks like soul food and Big Mama hugs and high fives.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't. That is too funny, but true. But very much true. Seeing her on Moesha reminded me of little elements of my own mother. You know, everything came across as a lesson learned.
Right.
You know,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was real difficult for me to watch Moesha because Moesha was a horrible child, in my opinion.
agreed.
To be honest, I did not like Shirley Ralph's character on Moesha because I personally thought she was a little too strict. Even though Moesha was acting like a wild child at times. So she had every reason to be strict. But me as a young person watching it, I was like, ooh, I don't know. I didn't like Frank either. Frank, they both pissed me off.
Yeah, but comparison to Family Matters parents, I don't know. Like, to me, both sets of TV parents were strict, but they had fun with their kids when it was appropriate.
Not from what I seen on Moesha though.
Right, because I'm like, Family Matters, those parents, they were A1 number one at all times. Harriet was with it, you saw her getting down, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't afraid, you know what I'm saying? And Carl too. Carl was getting with it as well. I ain't never seen Frank or Cheryl not dance one bit on Moesha.
They ain't never had no fun on Moesha. It was
that's why always working.
That's why I didn't like Moesha, because Moesha was disrespectful. She wasn't the best friend.
Nah, she wasn't
at all as well.
She
and when she had a boyfriend, she was just
she was buck wild.
I wanted her and Q to be together so bad, and it's like, girl, like this man
she
clearly
didn't deserve Q.
She didn't know.
She didn't deserve him.
Q was not the man for her.
I didn't like that show.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch The Parkers.
Right.
But Parkers was definitely a better show.
Yes, it was.
Hands down. It was a better show. Better writing. Better cast.
She gave me anxiety.
Yeah, it did. I want to ask you guys about two other trailers that I've seen that I'm excited about. I wonder if you guys are. The first one that I actually saw yesterday, the second trailer for Black Adam, starring Dwayne Johnson. Now, I'm wondering if the story is going to stay the same as it was in this original Shazam movie, where the powers were given to him by not by accident, but they just gave it to him when they should not have. I'm not sure if they're going to go with that story or what, or is it going to change because from the trailer it sounds like they're going to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little different background story. There was an injustice handed down to the character known as Black Adam.
Okay.
Not totally. Well, people should know this from the trailer. His family was taken away from him.
Right, and something happened to his son too, right?
Yeah, his son and his wife were killed.
Okay.
And so he wanted revenge for those atrocities, and the Shazam God gave him his powers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, being that, well, first of all, Regina said yes, Jennifer, when I was talking about Shirley Ralph's smile, and she also says anything Dwayne is good.
Okay.
Now, actually, I do agree because he doesn't have any bad movies. Even this most recent movie with the DC Pets that he's in, that movie is good.
There was that one.
What movie was bad, Ty?
Was it the Tooth Fairy movie?
No,
I enjoyed that movie.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really like that San Andreas.
San Andreas.
Where the flood in San Andreas and all that stuff.
That was a bit much. You're right.
Anywho.
But yeah, I think that's like one of the passion projects that The Rock had.
Yeah.
And he really to push. He really had to push to make that happen. And I'm very happy that they went along with it, especially off the strength of The Rock. Okay.
It's The Rock.
So yeah, I'm very excited to see that movie. It better be good. But from what I've seen, it looks all right. But Toria Williams,
Hey, Toria.
she says, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sis.
Good evening. Black
Blessings.
Adam is a big DC character that has had quarrels with a number of the DC superheroes.
He's more of an anti-villain.
He,
Anti-hero.
Anti-hero.
in
right.
this film, he's an anti-hero. Eventually, he will become a villain for the Shazam family, and that's something
Why
that
is
they're
he
working.
so mean to them? No,
values.
don't tell me.
It's the different values. You know,
Gotcha.
people value family and all this stuff over power and control. And
Well, as long as he leave Megan Good alone, I'm good.
Right. And was Black Adam, was he always an African American?
yes,
Okay.
even though
Why
they wanted him
why
to
they-
be white.
Why they had to
But-
call him Black Adam?
Well,
What's that other one you talking about, Jonathan?
The other trailer that I saw, Shazam 2. Now I loved the first Shazam. I thought it was perfect. I really loved it. And
I saw
That
it for
was-
Megan.
that was the
right.
best.
The reason why is
DC.
because I had very, very low expectations. And I just asked Tyrone, like, you seen Shazam, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, should I watch it? He was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And I watched it and I was extremely pleased. So in Shazam 2, the whole crew is back. All of the actors who played in the first Shazam are back for the new Shazam. I will have to say I have one gripe, and that is with the lightning bolt on the suit. They changed the lightning bolt from a complete light, and now it's all gold, and it's got like swivels in it and stuff like that. Yeah,
To reflect light instead of be light.
exactly. And I don't, and it's not as big. I don't know. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
You know, I like to go in with the least amount of information, and doing that with a husband like mine that looks at everything, that talks about all the stuff.
Right, that's nearly impossible.
It's kind of difficult. But I'm just ready to see what they've done. I want to see more of Megan Good, and I want to see how he takes care of the issue, because it looks like the conundrum is a big one, and I hope that everything turns out well, as they should, hopefully. But yeah, I'm ready to see this one. And also, there's not a whole lot of movies out there these days.
Nope.
Believe it or not.
Right.
There's been like a couple of weekends, like, has anything come out?
Nope.
Right.
So that's why I even saw The Invitation, that vampire movie. It was pretty good. It was all right.
Okay.
It's because it's Black Lady, and I just wanted to make sure the Black Lady made it out all right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She all right.
Tyrone, what are your expectations for Shazam 2?
For Shazam 2, I'm expecting it to be more funnier than the first one and more action than the first one. If they don't deliver on those two, I will be mad.
And I would expect both of those things, because it's not an origin story, so we're not going to see the beginnings of him. So it seems like they can actually start with an action scene, to be honest. For all we know, and I do believe it's going to be funnier. I think we're going to see a lot more of the rest of the Shazams that are in the family.
Yeah,
right. We're going to see them fighting together. I'm not sure there's going to be any infighting amongst them. I'm assuming that there may be. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Now, in terms of their costume upgrade, the reason why they changed things was to bring it as close as possible to Black Adam's costume.
Okay.
So that for continuity's sake, everybody know they're related power-wise.
Gotcha.
Now, as far as the level of power,
Black Adam's got it.
Black Adam has a lot more power because he doesn't share his power with anyone. Shazam shared his soul power with the rest of the Shazam family.
There's a chance they might be able to, when they come together, might be able to defeat, or maybe they could just have a really good conversation and just come to like a. I'm hoping. I just like peace. Anywho,
Right.
it says, and his song is so good. You know what song she's talking about?
Which song?
The Rock song.
Is she talking about the song on Moana? You're welcome.
No, there's a song that he did by himself.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I haven't heard it, and I'm scared to hear it.
You should be just a little bit. I'm going to say.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it to you, and
because I heard that he specifically took voice lessons to do that song for Moana, so I know he can't sing.
Well, it's not about no, it's not that. It's a song that he put out way after he did Moana.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That should be interesting. It's about drive. It's it's like a pump up song,
Oh, okay.
I'll have to send that to you. I'm sure you never heard it before.
I'm sure I haven't.
The Rock out here trying to get many checks.
He do and he do a good job. He's gonna have his inheritance is gonna be big. Yeah. Anyway, Toria says, I was hoping they would make another one. The first one was really good. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was really sweet. It was a good one.
I really believe the whole DC universe learned from their mistakes by watching Shazam and the first Wonder Woman movies and the success that they had. Right. Along with some of the stuff from Man of Steel. And Dark Knight series. So as things are coming out now from the DC universe, you'll see them take things a little more serious as far as their continuity and keeping the story kind of tame to what it was in previous movies versus just throwing a whole bunch of stuff at us like they did in the first Justice League.
Gotcha. Yeah. So hopefully they'll step their game up, child. But we want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. It's been a wonderful show. Want you and Tyrone, Jennifer and Tyrone, give us your social media contacts really quickly.
First, I do want to make sure I say unto you that I have found a song and it's coming to you very soon.
Okay.
Anywho, it's called Face Off, and it's for everybody else that's listening, it's called Face Off. It's Tech 9 Face Off featuring Joey Cool, King ISO, and Dwayne Johnson. So it's a song that he's on.
Okay.
It's a hippity hoppity song. Oh,
because back in the day he was rapping. Back when
I didn't know that.
Football player.
God bless him in that. Regina says the Rock song with Tech 9 Face Off.
Okay.
I was looking for it. Yeah, she pulled it up. Yeah. All right. So you gonna do the banners or all right. Because Jonathan's trying to end the show and he's looking at us like, so
I could do it. You want to go first?
Oh Lord. I am the light of the Leo. Just go ahead and follow me at the light of the Leo on Instagram, as well as TikTok, and also you can find me on YouTube. I do a show called My Struggle to Be Me, because if you type in the light of the Leo by itself, you'll get some tarot card readers. I am not them. So just type in My Struggle to Be Me, My Struggle to Be Me, and then put Light of the Leo, and then my episodes will pop up quickly for you. Yeah, and that's it.
All right, Mr. Tyrone.
Shazam! It is your boy, Mr. TD McCullum, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I am a musician. I am also a tech kind of guy for your special needs or whatever out there. You can hit me up as a music producer or film expert.
A jack of all trades. He do it all, y'all.
I do
Go ahead
some
and
of
hit him up,
everything.
y'all.
You know, you can hit me up. Business consultant, all that. Drop a line at Mr. T.
He help you get that LLC. He help you get that not 401k. 501c, all that. He's very knowledgeable.
Right, jack of all trades.
Okay.
All the contents in the table of contents, he got all that.
He got them.
And some of the periodic table.
All right. So Justin.
So you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_3020. My TikTok is jojo_3020_. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. You can also email me, williamjonathanlee@gmail.com if you need to reach out to me any other ways. But yes, hit me up, let me know, reach out, and make sure you subscribe again to JoJo Speaks. We will be back next week with Mike, and we'll be back with the same time, same place, same beautiful faces at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow, next week, next Thursday. So make sure you guys join us. Jennifer, you want to read that comment real quick?
Yeah, Toria says, and I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. She says she's going to rewind and watch what she missed. Thank you so much. Remember to like the video.
Thank you so much Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate everyone who was here tonight and commented. I love the back and forth. I love the conversation. Let's keep it going, y'all. So we will see you next week. But until then, we're going to say bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Y'all come back now. You hear?
Peace and blessings.